Hey yo, it's your boy Trainer Nick back at it again with another wisdom and skill development. Awesome, here we go. So, first things first, as always, let me know how you're doing. What is your biggest win in the past 7 to 14 days? I want to celebrate you. You accomplished it. You worked hard to earn it. Doesn't matter if this video is 8 years old or a million years old or wherever you're seeing it. If you can comment and let me know on this video what your biggest win in the past 7 to 14 days are, let me know. So, with that being said, I hope you're having a blessed day, and let's just jump right into this. Today's topic is the importance behind creating good habits. So, if you've been in my program at all, or if you've watched any of my content, any of my trainings, anything about me and Gym Hero Strength and Conditioning at all, you know I am the most adamant about your 4 cardinal habits. Getting in a gallon of water each day, sleeping at least 7 hours a night, eating your protein first, at every meal, and 3 10-minute walks a day at least throughout the day. My 4 cardinal habits. I'm very adamant about getting those in. It's one of the first things I have each and every one of my clients do, starting off in their coach or their customizable coaching program. I encourage everybody to start off with that. Throughout the years when I've had gut issues and I've had to, take breaks from the gym and exercise life and everything, when I get back into things, I always start with these habits. Why is it so important to create these good habits? Well, here we go. I'm going to drop some truth on you. Up to 90% of your life is dictated by the habits you create. Isn't it hilarious what we do with our free will? Or what we thought was free will, am I right? Let me read that again just so you can understand. Up to 90% of your life can be dictated by the habits you create. We are creatures of habit, and not everybody is as spontaneous and impulsive as they might think. And even that, the spontaneousness and the impulsiveness, can be a habit within itself if you really think deeply on it. Here we go. Big brain thoughts. So that being said, this is why it's so important. Habits are so important. This is why I'm so adamant about habits. This is why they're also so effective to getting you where you want to be. It's because up to 90% of your life, maybe not always, but there's a good and bad to this. If our lives are dictated that much by habits, then bad habits are awful. They ruin your life. That's why you're not where you want to be. That's why you're miserable, is because of your bad habits. Whereas if you created some good habits, you could have so much, your life could be so much better. You could be so much healthier. And you wouldn't even have to think about it. Because think about it, you create good habits, you're running on autopilot, and you're having a great life and not even having to think about it. That's why it's so important to get these habits in. Because once you get these habits down, you don't even have to think about it. You get your water in. You sleep automatically because your body craves efficiency, craves consistency. It craves to do the same thing every day. So if you can get yourself to follow the right habits, you could drastically change your life for the better. For you, for your children, for your children's children. And I'm being honest. That's why it's so important to really talk about this stuff. The next point here is creating habits also decreases decision making. Here's another truth bomb for you. Willpower is a finite resource in your brain. And that's hard for me because I am somebody who thinks they have an indomitable will, that thinks they are stubborn and have, the iron will, nerves of steel, iron will, 35% metal. That's the joke I like to say. But, yeah. Willpower, doesn't matter who you are, we're all human. You're going to have more willpower in the morning than you do in the evening. That's why we try to work out in the mornings, or a lot of people try to work out in the morning so they can get that over with, so they have more energy, they have the willpower to actually get themselves to do it, and then they actually get it done. So this is why it's the exact same thing. That's why creating habits is so important, because you don't have to make those decisions. They just happen. Then you can save your willpower for the more important decisions. It works for strength and conditioning. It works so great for business. I like to even talk about it sometimes in the business perspective because it really is so interlinked and connected and correlates so well. And it's just so amazing. And I'm kind of not necessarily a psychology buff, but I do enjoy it. If you actually look back at what I did in college, I actually would have majored in psychology, minored in sports medicine. But, whatever. I liked psychology. I liked the brain and figured out how it works. So, the next point. Good habits gives you a much better baseline of health. And that's the exact point of the 4 cardinal habits. We're trying to create a new baseline of health. The healthier you are, the better you perform. In 9 times out of 10, the healthier you are, the better you perform in like 90% of the population. And I'm talking, the only reason I would say, 90%, the other 10% would be like the professional athletes, those who are really pushing the envelope and going crazy. But for the general population, or even most athletes, the healthier man's going to win, the healthier woman's going to win. And creating these habits will give you such a much better baseline of health. When you're more hydrated, you're healthier, you're going to be stronger, you're going to have better conditioning, you're going to be able to lose weight faster, you're going to be able to, all these things you're trying to accomplish physically are going to be, this vessel is going to be so much better when you create that new baseline of health. Getting results just happens faster by creating that new baseline of health. That's why I start everybody off on the habits. Not everybody's going to get results super quickly. I'm just trying to maximize the speed of which they get the results and trying to do it as efficiently and as quickly as possible and in a way that works and sticks. And that's another reason that I do these habits, and that's why habits are so important. It's not, the note isn't here, but I'm going to say it anyways, is because this is something you can take with you for the rest of your life. This is something I'm really trying to impress upon people and really trying to pass on to people is, not everybody can stay with me, whether it be money, life circumstances, or XYZ issue. Not everybody can work with me as long as they need to or even want to sometimes. So whether it's 6 months or 6 years you've got with me, I want to really drill this into your skull so you can take this with you forever. Habits are forever. Habits are also biblical. Think about it. When we open a Bible and read it, what does it always talk about? We're always trying to, work better, surrender ourselves to God, and to be consistent. Studying His Word. Habits are biblical. Habits are for life. That's why they're so important. The next one, it takes 21 days to create a habit. Varies from person to person. It varies based on desire, dedication, consistency of the habit, same time, same place, stuff like that. I'm also going to back up here and say it's more 63 days than 21 days. Why 63 days? So let me break it down. Everybody likes to say the 21-day habit. Some people can create it, some people can't in 21 days. Why is that? Because it's actually a 63-day habit. Hear me out. You need 21 days to break the old habit, 21 days to replace it with the new habit, then 21 more days to solidify that habit for life. So it takes 63 days to make a good habit. So you want to drink a gallon of water for the rest of your life? You need to drink 63 gallons of water in 63 days, at least, if not more. That's just how it is. But I think, but giving you this information and you understanding it, having this information now to apply is going to help you so much more in life and so much more moving forward. So let me get another drink of water here. The next bit of advice: create an environment for good habits and behavior. If you got junk food in your pantry, there's cookies, those cookies are there, those Oreos are there, the XYZ, the alcohol in the fridge, and that temptation's there, you're going to struggle a lot more than if it wasn't even in the house. Out of sight, out of mind, the same with good habits. If you want to get more hydrated, maybe you need to have water readily available right here. I know some people, they have water bottles sitting all around their house to make sure they're hydrated. If maybe the Bible is by the workplace to make sure that you can still spend some time in His Word, or it's in a place where you're around a lot so you can spend time in the Word. You want to try to make this as easy for you as possible. Building your habits is going to be so much easier with the environment because it doesn't create as much willpower and it just helps autopilot everything. So, and another example I'll use is eventually we're going to end up getting an indoor treadmill for the house. So whenever the weather's bad and it's storming and raining, or it's so muddy that I don't want to ruin my shoes and slip and fall everywhere, we can still get our walks in no matter what. We're creating an environment that makes sure that we don't have any excuses to not get our walks in because we've eliminated the weather, the mud, and everything else. And last but not least, work on stacking your habits. Take a water bottle with you so you can sip on it while you're getting your walk in. Leave a water bottle by you at your bedside, so as soon as you wake up, you can have a bottle. You can drink some water. Maybe right before bed, you can drink some water too to help the digestion. Bring the water with you while you're working out. Stack the habits with you and try to make them where you do them together, because you're able to get them done more. You're getting more done faster, and the brain just absolutely loves to do things quicker, more efficiently. And obviously, there's different studies showing we can't fully multitask kind of in our brain, but if we do it physically, it's so much easier. And stacking your habits that way just makes it infinitely easier. I've been doing that a lot by bringing water with me while I walk. Game changer. That means I'm getting a 16 ounces of water in for 3 walks a day. That's almost half a gallon of water guaranteed. 3/8 of a gallon of water guaranteed that I don't even have to think about now. Think about it that way. That's why it's so important. So everyone, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Absolutely love and appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, love you, respect you, honor you, admire you. You are the best. So with that being said, let me know your biggest revelation, your biggest takeaway from this. I want to know what you learned. I want to know what I've been able to teach you and make sure that I still am teaching you. So with that being said, thank you so much. God bless. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.